Greetings YouTube, Sega Zombie here and welcome back guys to another video. Yes, this is a much overdue channel update pickups video, the first one of 2023. We're going to have a recap of the end of 2022, lots more guys. We've got some awesome pickups that I've had over the last 3 months or so. Loads of games I've been playing. Let's just get underway. So finally, at the end of 2022, guys, I've joined the next generation, the new generation in console gaming. I've opted for the PS5. And, yeah, it's solely because of Sonic Frontiers. I've done a video covering Sonic Frontiers on the Switch. And, yes, guys, once I got onto the second island of Sonic Frontiers, I really noticed the Switch's limitations, and Sonic Frontiers was struggling a lot. And someone in the shop came into the retro realm and said, had I played Sonic Frontiers, what did I think of it? They had bought it on the PS5 and said that the game was absolutely fantastic. And then I mentioned about the Switch version with all the cut-ins, all the pop-ups, the slowdown, and they said that yes, there is a little bit of pop-ups on the PS5 version, but it's by far the superior and the best version of the game. So it had to be done, guys. I got rid of the Switch version. I sold that in the retro realm, and I've got myself the day one edition for the PS5. It's night and day the difference Sonic Frontiers plays on the PS5 on next generation consoles. And, you know, I'm loving Sonic Frontiers. Not played it much over the Christmas period because I've been playing other games, which we'll get into, guys. But let's just show you some of the games I've got. Another Sega classic. Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania. Sort of like the anniversary edition. I believe it's 20 years of Sonic and Super Monkey Ball, which is absolutely crazy. I picked this up in CEX for 15 quid. I thought, why not? A nice, fun family game to play over Christmas, which we've been having a good blast on that. And then when I picked up the PS5, which I actually did buy from Game, and obviously it's the God of War Ragnarok one. I need to play God of War on the PS4. I've got it, but I've still not played it. I need to play through that one before I play the new one on the PS5. Apparently it's amazing. And then in game, the guy said, if you love your retro gaming, you must pick up this, Hades. I got this in the Black Friday deals for a tenner, which I thought weren't bad for a PS5 game. It's okay. It's a genre that I'm not familiar with. Not sure if I like the concept of it yet. I'm sort of on the fence about it. It's a roguelike game, which I've never really played many of these, but you kind of keep dying, and every time you die, you start again, and you get that little bit more power-ups and weapons, and you get that little bit further each time. But I don't know if I've bought into the mechanic of keep seeing the same levels over and over again, and the same baddies and bosses and enemies, and I don't know. I'm not sure on that one, guys. Have you played Hades? I know it's on every format, but let me know in comments down below what you think of Hades. So that's what I've got on the PS5 at the moment. A very humble little collection so far. But I wanted to share that with you guys, and that I am still loving Sonic Frontiers. Listen to this glorious soundtrack, guys. The Mummy Demastered, recommended to me by the one and only Retro Chef. He's been harping on about this game for I don't know how long, for so long. It's one of his favourite games. I managed to get this off Facebook for a really good price, guys. Really good price. So we've got some Switch games to focus on now. The Mummy Demastered, I paid £30 posted for this. It's a limited run release, so I know it's hitting sort of like the £50 mark on eBay. So that was a bargain. I grabbed it. Like I said, Chef goes on about this game so much. I've got a bit of a love-hate relationship with this game. It's the game I focused on over Christmas. I've finished The Mummy Demastered. Love-hate relationship. That soundtrack, the soundtrack is amazing, guys. The 2D sprite animation, the graphics, the setting, the gameplay, everything is stunning in this game. The big disappointment is the mechanic of when you die, you have to go to your zombie self and retrieve your power-ups, your weapons, and you start off with a pea shooter basically. Now in a game like this, you know, it's a Metroidvania style game. You're gonna die in a room full of hostiles, loads of baddies, lots of respawning villains and nasties. That is all good, but when you're dying and you've got a pea shooter and you've died in a room full of these nasty creatures, you've then got to combat yourself, your zombie self, and defeat these creatures and get your weapons back. That was a challenge. I died numerous times in this game, but a great game. Really chuffed that I finally played through it over Christmas and completed a game, which is not something that I do very often, guys, is complete a game. I play lots of games, but I don't always finish them. A couple more Switch editions. Atari 50, the anniversary celebrations. This was recommended to me by Alex. Archives, absolutely fantastic compilation of Atari games here. It's their whole timeline, so right back to the early 70s with Pong, all the way through the arcades, the 8-bit micros, the Atari 2600, 7800, the Atari Jaguar, the Atari Lynx. It covers them all. And what's really cool is as you go through the timelines, you can play a select number of arcade classics, Atari Jaguar games, Atari 7800 games, but there's also little documentaries and videos and so much history surrounding the 50 years of Atari. An absolutely awesome game package this. What a compilation, guys. If you haven't grabbed Atari 50 and you're into your Atari, go get it, guys. It's amazing. And this one I have yet to play. It's still sealed up. And that's Snow Bros, Nick and Tom's special. I believe it was Nerdy Geezer that tipped me off on this on WhatsApp. He said that Amazon had it for a cheap price. I think it might have been around the Black Friday deals. And I just grabbed it. This was way under 20 quid. It might have been £15. So I've grabbed that. I do like Snow Bros. Be interesting to see what this remake is like. Whether it's got the original on there, I'm not sure. The classic arcade game is back in a modern version. So yeah, I haven't had the opportunity to play that yet because good old Mummy Demastered has taken up so much of my time. Let's now have a little look around the main TV setup and see what we've got. I've still got the Mega Drive Mini 2, still getting lots of love. Round the side here, we've still got the Retro Freak. Should we use as a family for some Mega Drive games? You can see I've been playing Aladdin in there with Connor. But that's where I mostly play my NES and Famicom games now. The Switch obviously at the back there. Then down here we've got the PC Engine Mini, the C64 Maxi, which I need to give a bit more love to that because I was getting into that sort of like just after the summer months. A junk bit there. We've got my skulls. I'm a big lover of skulls. But as you can see here, we've got the Dreamcast set back up on the 65-inch 4K TV. Now, I've finally got it repaired. I fixed it myself, guys. I think I've let you guys know that. It's back under the main TV due to this. Now, I did have a connector, like a VGA to HDMI adapter, which failed on me, unfortunately. So after repairing the Dreamcast, I couldn't get a picture through the TV. Now, whether that's the TV or the VGA box, I'm not sure. I see this, and loads of people had recommended it on YouTube. The Kaiko, is it? HDMI box. It saves the hassle of having external sound. It puts the sound, everything, all through. And gives a lovely picture on the Dreamcast. Let's cut to that now, guys. So yeah, look at this, guys. The Dreamcast is looking really good. I'm really impressed with this cable. It's not the cheapest of cables, but look at that. I'm really impressed with the image quality. It looks great. And, you know, I'm more than happy with that. And it's getting me playing lots and lots of Dreamcast, guys. Guys, at the computer desk, and I've still got the Atari 65XE set up on the computer desk. Loving this computer. It's a great 8-bit micro, this. and I've just acquired a game which is so nostalgic to me. This was a game that me and my mum played back in the 80s all the time on the ZX Spectrum. And when I see that this was on the Atari, I had to grab it. And that is River Rescue. Now, me and my mum loved this game. And I can remember my best friend and his mum loved this game too. And it was really a competitive game between the two families. There was lots of rivalry of this game. And I can remember my best mate's mum was absolutely awesome at this game. River Rescue, like I said, I know more about it on the ZX Spectrum. I recently played it on the Commodore 64, and it's one of those, such a nostalgic game like Hero and Attic Attack, that I had to get hold of it, and it's a lovely little cartridge. Unfortunately, there's no manual in this, which is a real shame. But yeah, there's the cartridge, guys. What a cute little cartridge these come in. But yeah, River Rescue. We're going to have a quick blast on that right now, guys, just to share that nostalgia with you all. But what a lovely little case. It's like a little video case. I like that. But yeah, let's fire it up on the little Sony and let's see what this game's all about. I've not had a chance to play this Atari version yet, so we're going to share this together. Here we go, guys. Definitely more colourful than the Specky port. Your boat looks a lot bigger than the Specky one. So you've got to land at the jetty, pick up the people. The more people you can rescue at once, the better. Shoot the little crocodiles if you time it just right. Very simple game, but a fantastic little game this. I'm not going to play it for too long, guys, but the nostalgia is oozing in this one. It really is. Oh, he crashed into the crocodiles. Oh, here we go. Let's see if we can just rescue a person, shall we? And then I promise you, we'll move on to what else I've been playing. Oh, we picked one up. Right, come on, let's get him home. But this game gets really challenging. And it's points at the end of the day. Risk and reward is good. You know, do you dare carry more people? And I should have dropped them at the bottom jetty. So I've now got 2. So a little bit longer, guys. Shame this game's got no music. That would have been cool. Here we go. And there we go. And your points build up. I think the maximum you can carry is 5 people. But there is River Rescue. What a game. I'm so chuffed to have this on the Atari. A cracking little game. Let's move on to what else I've been playing, boys. And finally, over the last few weeks, guys, I've been playing a lot of Miss Specky. I always do. The Spectrum Next. But a new Spectrum Next game. So let's get that fired up on the B&O. And let's have a little bit of a go on that, shall we, guys? Listen to that atmospheric music. I'm looking forward to giving this a blast. After seeing this on Paul Retro Bates' channel, I just had to give this a play. I've not really played the Spectrum 128K version. I have got a download of it, but I was saving it until I like to get the games physical. So I was going to buy this game physically, but then I see that there's a Spectrum Next update of this game. And Paul's done a fantastic comparison video on it. So guys, please go and check that out. We're going to give this a play. All very aliens. So we want to play a game. Oh, and instantly this is looking great. Oh, the colour. But seriously, guys, I've really not played this game much. Paul is always raving about it. So that's obviously where you get your energy boost when it's low, which I'm sure I'll be in there loads. These doors won't open, so we've got to go this way. Lovely music. But guys, have you played Aliens Neoplaza? Let me know. There's a bit of the story there. We're just going to click through that. Opens that door up. Will it open this one? No. Really getting into these type of games at the moment. They're not usually my sort of thing. So we can now access in here. We can do our energy. See what's up here, shall we? Oh, there's an alien. It's a bit dodgy. We've got no weaponry. But yeah, this looks really crisp. Really beautiful. Paul said this plays exactly the same as the Specky 128K version. Oh, we've got a face hugger there. Here we go. We're going to open this door now. Just push up to access that. Allow us to get our weaponry. So we've got a pulse rifle and some grenades. Just want to take an alien out. Oh yeah. And there we go, guys. I just wanted to share with you a bit of Aliens Neo Plaza. I'm going to be really getting into this game on the Specky. It looks fantastic. It really does. But let's get over to the Sega wall, guys. Just over here. And let's go through the rest of my pickups and a bit of a channel update, boys. So there we go. There's a look at some of the games I've been playing. A few of the modern pickups. I've actually finally bit the bullet and joined the next generation in console gaming with the PS5. Loads of games I've been playing over Christmas. Loved Mummy Demastered, but hated it in equal measures, as I explained. But where do we begin? With a bit of a channel update, I suppose. Yeah, things have been really busy, guys. I've been so busy. The last quarter of 2022 is always busy in retail. The Retro Realm has done exceptionally well for that quarter. And yeah, it's helped me survive 12 months. 12 months we're in with the Retro Realm physical store. Here's a bit of an update, a bit of a Christmas themed update of what was going on in the Retro Realm.
Welcome to the fantasy store. Get ready.
So there we go. There's a bit of B-roll, bit of footage of the retro round for you guys. It's been mad. It's been crazy. I've made some great friends, loads of customers, loads of regulars now. You know, the retro realm is starting to stabilise itself, which is absolutely brilliant because it's been a worry. It really has. You know, opening anything retail in this day and age is a challenge. It's not to say that I ain't going to have to do a lot more online to build and grow the business, but you know, that's part and parcel of it. But I ultimately want to be that physical store where people can just walk in, browse, pick up these retro items, see the condition with their own eyes, feel it, you know, be part of it all. And that's a major part in the process for me as a collector. And it's really great that I can keep the retro realm going and operating, and it's starting to stabilise itself. That's the most important thing. Another recap, bit of a quick recap on 2022. I don't tend to do these sort of videos, but it's been a while since I've been in front of the camera and done a video like this. It's been a good 2 or 3 months, and I just wanted to have a little bit of a recap on 2022. Some of the amazing things that happened in that year. And I've got to kick it all off with meeting the Retro 5. You know, you've got Paul Retro Bait. I met him for the first time. Lee Nerdy Geezer, who I've met a few times. Him and his family are lovely. Great guy. Sai, Ginger Hippy Gaming. I've met him at events in the past over the last few years. But never sort of like intimately got to have a drink with Sai and have a laugh. And then, how can I forget Chef, Retro Chef. We had a meet up back in June, July time of last year. We done the live stream. It was an absolutely fantastic time. They really are 4 genuine guys. They're my best friends. They really are. I've made so many friends on YouTube. It's fantastic. We've also had the highlights of getting to know Martin, the Hobby Lodge. What a cracking guy he is. Martin really supports the Retro Realm shop. He comes down, he's a regular visitor to the shop and spends a bit of this, which is awesome. And he always brings me interesting stuff to trade into. So it's been great to meet up with Martin, the Hobby Lodge. He also come down for the meet of the Retro 5. Another YouTuber that I've got really close with, really great guy, is Alex, EwstarGamer. What a guy he is. A fantastic guy as well. I got to meet him a few times again. He lives right up Norfolk, you know. And he travels all the way down and come and see me and visit me at the Retro Realm. Really appreciate all the tubers. You know, there's loads of you. So many YouTubers I've got to meet in 2022. Not just at the London Gamer Market and meet-up events, but people that have genuinely come all the way down and visited the Retro Realm physical store. You know, that's got to be a highlight. The store and you know, being able to meet so many like-minded people and so many YouTubers that have supported it. There's so many. Where do I begin? Retro Ed UK, Ali, 16 Bits and Bobs. There's so many. Dan the Games Man. And we've also had Mark Jowett of Sega Powered Magazine. He's been down. There has been, I'm going to forget people, I know I am. I wish I hadn't started this now. But there's been so many. Martin, the Hobby Lodge, as I've said. Alex, EwstarGamer, Lee, Nerdy Geezer, Lee, Retro Chef, Pete on Onearetrotip, Billy, Car Strength Gamer, Rob, Gernaldinho. Who else? There's been so many. It's been great. I've enjoyed every moment of it. It's been fantastic, guys. Steve, Retro Refix, he's been down. Names are going to keep popping up to me, guys. But, you know, that was a big highlight as well. And then the ultimate, you know, was the Retro 5 live stream with Dominic Diamond, the presenter of Games Master. He was Games Master, wasn't he? And that was a magical moment to share that with 4 great friends. And to be able to just have a chinwag with Dominic Diamond was, well, that was something else. You know, it just goes to show what the retro hobby and YouTube and all what that can bring. You know, who would have thought us guys would have been interviewing Dominic Diamond? That was crazy. That really was. So there's a bit of a channel update. Recap of 2022. Moving forwards for 2023. Guys, I know my content has slowed an awful lot. I'm battling to try and bring more content to all of you guys. The collecting journey doesn't stop. You know, even though I'm selling retro now, the collecting journey has evolved, is changing. You know, there's lots that I'm still going to be picking up. So pickups videos, these kind of videos, channel updates will continue. I've hinted and threatened in previous videos about the Dreamcast. There is plenty of Dreamcast videos coming. There's been a few teething problems, a few issues technically with the Dreamcast. I've had to recondition the power supply. Then I had issues with the VGA to HDMI adapters, and I finally got a solution. I've got a lead that's going to work with the big TV, because I think it looks lovely on that TV. What do you guys think? And then we're going to do lots of Dreamcast videos, loads of Mega Drive. There's going to be so much Mega Drive. I want to focus 2023 more on Sega, more on the Sega wall. That's what it's all about, guys. We mustn't forget the Spectrum. What I might do with the Spectrum is make it that Spectrum Spectacular video. Add the players, add all the little side projects I was doing with Specky into one video. The Spectrum Spectacular. I think I'm going to do that moving forward, because I started so many different videos, so many different series, and I'm struggling, guys, to find the time to keep up. So I'm going to promise to have a bit more regular content in 2023 for sure, because I've got, boom, a million ideas buzzing around in my head in what I want to put out there and want to share with all of you guys. Whew! So that done, let's get on with some pickups, shall we? There's quite a bit. I've filtered through some of it. I've tried to keep the interesting stuff. The stuff that, you know, it's got a tale to tell. And ultimately is nostalgic. And is going to be a treasured item in this collection. That's what it's all about, guys. First up, I think what we're going to start with is some of the comics. All of this, or most of this, has turned up through the retro round. Now, this is what's great. And a demon that I have to battle on my shoulder is when stuff is brought into the retro round shop. There's a lot of stuff that I want to take home and I want to keep, and I battle those demons daily. But some stuff, I let the demon win. I let the nostalgic demon win. And first up, we've got a load of comics come in, which I've sold them all but this one. And this is Pinhead, a Marvel Epic comic. Don't know when it's from. That I don't know. But there we go. And if you guys with an eagle eye can see, that's signed by Doug Bradley. So I thought, wow, that's being kept. I know nothing about this series. I remember the books of blood graphic novels. I had those back in the day. But it's nice artwork in there. Pretty faithful to the Hellraiser universe, but with a bit of a Marvel edge to it. But yeah, fantastic little comic. And, you know, when I see these comics, I'm not going to be a massive comic collector, guys. But it's just the nostalgic stuff. So we've got Pinhead there. I recently, well, I say recently, last year I picked up the Terminator British released comics. A few of the Aliens ones have turned up in the shop. So I've brought them home. Maybe I can complete the set of these. But that is the first issue of Aliens. Then we've got issue 3 there. I love these covers. This artwork just brings back so many memories. It's unbelievable. We've got Aliens there. Free poster inside of Predator. Issue 8. And then that, look at that on the back there. Oh, indie. Brilliant. Absolutely love that. And then finally we've got Aliens issue 15. So there's some comics that have come into the shop, guys. Next up, we have got some graphic novels. Now, the first one I'm going to show, I picked this up from a charity shop. I love horror comics. That's kind of my thing with the Pinhead, the Aliens comics. Not so much superhero stuff, but we'll get to that. And I picked this up for £5 out of the RSPCA charity shop. And that is The Death of Dracula. So I thought, why not? You know, I do like Dracula stories. Very traditional look and drawn. I don't know if this is an old series of comics that's been put in this graphic novel. I'd imagine it is. Oh, then again, we've got some modern artwork there. Don't know much about it, guys. Let me know in comments if you do, if this is a good read. But I picked it up for a £5. And then these were a gift from Martin, the Hobby Lodge. When he came down with his lads, he brought his sons down to the retro realm a few months back. We done an epic trade. He spent loads of money. He gifted me some stuff. I gifted him some stuff. And he gifted me these graphic novels. So we've got Arkham Asylum. So this is what I'm coming to about superheroes. Batman has always been my number one superhero from being a little lad. So I am a bit of a sucker for Batman stuff. So we've got Arkham Asylum there. We've got Batman Black Mirror. So again, I've never read this one. I've never read Batman Black Mirror. So I'm definitely looking forward to giving that a read. And then we have The Killing Joke, the deluxe edition, which I know I've got the original of this somewhere. But I just like the look of this one, a hardback. The Killing Joke. Not my favourite Batman story, but it's a good one. But I thought that was a nice book. Thank you so much, Martin, for those. I mentioned Retro Ed earlier, Retro Ed UK. He came down to the shop and just before Christmas, and he gave me a Christmas gift. And I had to return the favour. I'll give him a gift back. And this is so nostalgic, guys. Following on with Batman, this was one of the last toys I can remember buying. I can remember crazing my mum saying I really wanted this figure, and she was like, "You're too old for toys. You're too old for figures." But I convinced her, and she bought me this. And that is the Batman, the movie action figure. And I remember Retro Ed showing this on the swap shop, and I was just like, wow. You know, the memories come flooding back. Remembering that argument with my mum and trying to convince her to buy me this figure brought back so many memories, and it's just amazing to be able to get this still carded. Is fantastic. You know, it's got a little bit of patina on the back there and a little bit of a dent. I think this is an upgrade. I think Ed said that he'd got one in a better condition, so this one was up for grabs, and he gifted me this. Thank you so much, Ed. You know, I told you the story behind this, and you know, this is absolutely fantastic. This is going to be treasured in the collection. It really is. Absolutely chuffed sick with that. When Ed also came down, we done an epic trade, like I said, and he traded in this, the Capcom arcade stick, the home arcade stick. I'm just hoping this is all getting in shot, guys. And what a fantastic piece this is. I'm sure most of you have either got one of these now or have seen other YouTubers, other collectors talk about them. I wanted it more, you know, it's only got 16 games on it, and out of those 16 games, half of them are all I'm ever going to play probably. It's just the aesthetics. It's the look of this. This looks absolutely gorgeous. It really does. It's a beautiful stick as well to play. The build quality, the parts used are second to none. I can see now why this commanded quite a hefty price when it came out a few years ago. But I'm really chuffed to actually get one of these in the collection. I didn't pull the trigger at the time, just because at the time, I think these were about £200. And I just didn't have that £200 spare. So to get this in a trade-in, in the shop, absolutely awesome, Ed. I'm going to treasure that for now. I really am. Going to give it a lot of plaster. I think it will display well. It's a really nice display piece. I've got to think where that's going to go within the collection. But yeah, really pleased to add that, Ed. It's going to be a regular theme here, guys, with me saying about stuff that's coming into the shop. I'm supposed to be making money, not bringing this stuff home. But I've already got one of these in this series, the Game Pro Presents series. And that's the Crazy Taxi car, which I showed off in a previous video. This came in a big toy bundle, and I was like, wow, that's coming home. And we've got a Virtual Fighter 4 Lau figure, which is not in the best conditions. You know, it's got a little bit of shelf wear, but this is fantastic. That is going to sit proud. I'm just seeing on here what else there is. You can obviously get Akira. There's the Super Monkey Ball figures. And Sonic Adventure 2 Battle on the back there, guys. But yeah, that's going straight in the Sega wall. Absolutely chuffed to pieces with that. I don't think that's going to sit on the shelf, so that's going to have to go there. Sticking with toys. We'll stick with toys. I showed off the He-Man sort of reissued figures, and then Retro Ram, YouTuber Retro Ram, he reached out to me and he said, Scott, I've got a few bits that you might be interested in the shop. So he sold me some, he done me some fantastic deals on some bits for the shop, but these were for me. And we've got the Battle Cat. So I'm still battling whether I open these up and display these figures, because I've got He-Man and Skeletor, which I've shown off before, but we've got Battle Cat there. How cool is that? That is awesome. And then we've got Panfor, Skeletor's version of Battle Cat, if you will. So we've got that. I think I'm going to stop there with the figures. I really am, for He-Man especially. But thank you so much, Retro Ram, for those. Like I said earlier, I've been trying to get into some handheld gaming, playing Blackgate, Batman, Arkham Origins Blackgate on the 3DS. I done a 3DS Shorts video, and loads of people reached out and said, you've got to get this game, you've got to get that, because I've got a modest 3DS collection. It's sort of like a new collection. And yeah, so many people giving me ideas for games. It was Champion 2D Rob, Retro Chef, that said about Batman. Someone else in comments on that video said that I should get Dead or Alive Dimensions, so I've picked that one up. Really pleased to get that. I used to love the Dead or Alive games, especially the original on the Sega Saturn. So yeah, we've got Dead or Alive Dimensions. And then this one was just cheap and I picked up, and that's Bit Trip Saga. Looks like a load of retro inspired mini games. So has anyone else played this game? Let me know. Is this any good? Or was it cheap for a reason? So we got that. So that's a couple more 3DS games. And then we've got some Game Boy Advance games. And again, guys, these came in a massive bundle in the shop. And I thought, I've got to take them home to at least give them a try. I've not played these yet. But we've got Monster House. And I know this is one that, again, Lee, Retro Chef, recommended on a swap shop and said it's a really good game. Plays a bit like Zombies on the Mega Drive and the Super Nintendo. Zombies Ate My Neighbour. Apparently it's a bit like that. So, yeah, we've got Monster House. We've got Doom on the Game Boy Advance. I really want to see what Doom plays like on the Game Boy. I've never ever played that before. And then we've got Wolfenstein 3D as well to add to that. So really chuffed with that. And then to finish the series, because I've got the first two, we've got Sonic Advanced 3. So these all came into the retro realm, and they're all ones that just... My nostalgic demon won, and I brought them home. So yeah, really looking forward to getting around to playing those. Another thing is I've had loads of these come in. But... one of my regular customers said that they wanted to move one on, and they had modded it or whatever, and that's a PlayStation Classic Mini with this USB adapter here. And what he's done for me is he's put my favourite PlayStation 1 games on here. I know there's like Ray Tracers, Rapid Reload, Resident Evil, Crashers, Spyros. You know, the typical fare he's put on to this, and apparently I just plug this in and away we go. I haven't had a chance to set this up yet, but maybe a future video. So yeah, I'm chuffed to get that. I've had no end of these come into the shop, but I never thought about modding them. So Mark Reed, he's done that for me. He's done all the legwork, all the hard work, so I need to give that some time. Nerdy Geezer and his lovely missus came down and visited me here, and Lee had and Cara had bought me so many things. They really had for the Retro Realm shop, and there was a couple of bits that he bought for me myself. He done me a great price on these because you know, these on eBay can command a pretty penny. I'm still always on the lookout for Spectrum Plus 3 discs. It's not high on my agenda, but if they turn up cheap, I'm going to grab them. So we've got the Magnificent 7 compilation now. No instructions, unfortunately, but there's the disc. And the games on this, we've got Head Over Heels, Cobra, which is a brilliant game on the Spectrum, Short Circuit, Frankie, Arkanoid, Whizball, and The Great Escape. So really chuffed with that. I do love a compilation, and it's nice to get some disc ones. One I really would love to get, and it's one I had back in the day, which I don't think it's that expensive, and it does pop up as Giants. I know it's got Outrun on it, because I remember that's what I played. But I would love to get that just purely for nostalgic reasons, because that was the first compilation I had on the Specky Plus 3. And then finally, Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. Never played this game before, but I thought I'm not going to pass it up for the price that Lee done me on these. Was fantastic. This one does have its instruction manual and the disc in there. So really chuffed with those. Thank you so much, Lee and Cara, for finding those for me and buying them. We've got another gift, and this is from Alex EwstarGamer. He was on the Swap Shop showing loads of Specky games. This one, a Jeff Minter's game that popped up and I'd never heard of it, was Matrix. It turns out it's Grid Runner 2. So I've never played this Jeff Minter game. Again, guys, let me know in comments, is this any good? I've not had a chance to boot it up yet. But yeah, Alex kindly gifted me that. Thank you so much, pal. That is awesome. That is going to be played. Definitely. Now we've got Christmas out of the way and all the hecticness. Going to be spending a lot more time chilling, playing some games. 100%. Something I picked up brand new, actually. Not only did I buy a PlayStation 5 from Game, I also picked this up. And I used my reward points money to get it. Now, this retails on Amazon for about 70-80 quid. They had it in a sale for $39.99. I had about £18 or something saved up on my card, so I used that and just grabbed it. I don't know why. A bit of an impulse buy. I've not even opened it, guys. But a little Street Fighter arcade cab. Has anyone else got one of these? Let me know. Is it worth opening this up? Should I break the seal and play this? It was one of those impulse buys, guys. You know what it's like when you're out shopping. I sit and I just grabbed it. Especially when I knew I had the loyalty points. So I thought, why not? Let's grab it. I do love Street Fighter. And I thought this would sit nice on the shelf. But do you know, all these little mini arcades I've ever bought, and I've bought a few over the years, I've always ended up moving them on. I've never kept any of them. I always had the intention of having a display of all these little mini arcades, but never got round to it. But let me know, guys, in comments, does this play good? It's going to be interesting to see how that joystick and those buttons hold up to Street Fighter. But yeah, haven't got a clue, guys. But yeah, we picked that up from Game. An impulse buy, that one. And then this wouldn't be a Sega Zombie pickup video without some Sega now, would it? And I've definitely saved the best till last, guys. First up, we've got a few Master System games. Again, these have all come in through the shop, through the Retro Realm shop, and I can't help myself. First up, we've got Teddy Boy. Now, this is an upgrade. I did have Teddy Boy, so what I done is I see this one come in, which is in lovely clean condition. I just swapped it for mine, so mine has gone into the shop, and yeah, mine was okay. I think it just was the white had sort of discoloured a bit, as they do Master System games. But yeah, we've got Teddy Boy upgrade there. They're going to have to go down now. I'm not sure if you're going to see them, guys. We'll put that one there. And then we've got Castle of Illusion starring Mickey Mouse. Again, an upgrade. My one was all tatty on the spine. It actually had a tear on the spine, but this one is all in lovely condition. So really chuffed. Another upgrade. And then finally a game I didn't have, and I brought it home anyway. Everyone, well, loads of people. I think this was done in possibly Ollie's Master System Challenge. Possibly, I'm sure it was. I think that's how I got onto it. And loads of people were talking about this game, saying it's really good. And an awesome platformer on the Master System. And I've never played it. I was never a fan of the cartoon or the comic strip back in the day, really. But the game did look good. I watched a few high score challenges on it. And that's Asterix. That's come in. And again, this is in absolutely fantastic condition. It has got someone's name, if you can see closely there, guys, in pen on the top there, but that is not on the sleeve. That is on the plastic cover. So yeah, I'm sure a bit of rub and alcohol will remove that. And then there's the manual in pretty good condition. It has got a little bit of biro on it, but that is really clean. And the cartridge, guys. So 3 more Master System games added. Well, 2 upgrades and 1 new game, which I'm absolutely chuffed to add some more Sega to this wall. And then that brings us on to the final pickup from my retro brother, Retro Ghetto Callum, whose channel is absolutely flying. His games room just looks absolutely epic. The Retro Ghetto 3.0 just looks something else, bruv. Really pleased for you. Really chuffed in how that's all come together. I've been glued to those videos. But in doing that, Callum rebuilding his games collection and doing his new games room, he had a number of things that didn't fit in with how he wanted to set things up, or he didn't have space, because space is always key. No matter how much space you got, you want to prioritise what you want in your games room, and you don't want to overdo it, I suppose. And I know Callum, he has plenty of cardboard cutouts, posters. He loves his sort of advertisement, all the promo stuff for video games. And he sent me a message and said, Scott, I'm thinking about getting rid of this item. If I do get rid of this item, you're the first person at the top of the list. You're the guy that I'd feel comfortable with this going to. And he's promised, and I've promised him, that if this ever leaves the Sega wall, he will get first refusal. He gets dibs on it. And that is this, guys. Let's show you a bit of B-roll, because it's too big to put in here. So here's a bit of B-roll. I'm absolutely buzzing, guys. How awesome is that Streets of Rage 2 cardboard cutout standee? It's absolutely awesome. It's not original. I can remember a few years ago, the guy, he's on Facebook a lot. He's admin on GGG. He picked up the original one of these and paid a pretty penny for it. And he offered it to me before he sold it 2 or 3 years ago, and it went for crazy money. I was just like, there's no way I can pay the hundreds of pounds that he got for it. But at the time, when he did get it, he was obviously going to keep the original, and he wanted to pay for the original I think he had about 20, maybe 25 of these professionally reproduced on really quality cardboard. You know, the print quality is awesome. And obviously there's some blemishes which have come through from the original, but I like that. It adds to the effect of it. But yeah, I'm absolutely blown away with that. So to know there's only 25 of these as I know of that have been reproductions from the original design. And to get this off Callum, the Retro Ghetto, makes it even more special, because Callum's a really good friend of mine. Another top man, top geezer I've met by doing YouTube. You know, that's what YouTube's all about for me, is meeting like-minded people on the same level as you, people that share the passion, even though he's Nintendo. But he's getting into his Sega. But I'm absolutely blown away with it. He done me a fantastic price on it too. Thank you so much, Callum. And he done an amazing toy bundle for me for the Retro Realm. And he throwed in loads of freebies as well. So you can't say fairer than that. One of the freebies he did send was this lovely 3D printed Mega Drive plaque, which I've got proud in the Mega Drive wall. But there we go, guys. That is it for this epic channel update, pickups video, gameplay, what I've been playing. Let me know down in comments, guys. I want to know what you got for Christmas, what games you've been playing. Let me know. Have you played any of the games I've been playing? And until the next time, guys, I'm Sega Zombie. Goodbye.
Sega Zombie. Sega Zombie.